I definitely could have picked a better road to do this on. But, so we're heading to Granard today, 14th of September. You may or may not have seen it on our TikTok. Hopefully you have, and hopefully you're going to be there. But this is the after movie, so I don't even know what's happened yet. But we're on the way down, not in the Sierra today because, well, you know, Sierra things. So we've took the comfy way down today, so we're heading down to Granard. We're going to get down early, help up set up, and just really see what goes from there. Conor, nice of you to join us.
Oh, it's as if I'm not a part of this stuff.
I don't know. Well, this paints me an even worse light because you weren't here last week now.
Well, you didn't let me know you were coming.
I know. We've addressed this already.
I had to turn up at some stage.
Anyway, we're here now. The wind has caught up with us, but we're down here in Granard at the event.
Thankfully, it's not actually that cold.
Well, the whole way down the road, it was nothing but rain, and it's here. The sun's out, kinda. The music's playing. Everybody's getting set up. So, I'm looking forward to it. I'm also not moving my hands about because I don't want to give Conor the satisfaction. So. It should be a really good day.
No ratchet straps were harmed in making this video.
There's no better way of starting than with the Tasty and Gobshape boys. So they decided to come
I think
up
that was
early.
actually at the point maybe where Nathan touched his bumper. No, Dion, sorry, touched his bumper there.
Ah, well, he wasn't the only one. We'll find that out in a few minutes.
Yes. No, very tidy driving for them fellas.
So there's me. So
Oh, that's right, that is
Dion
you.
trusted me to drive his car. What do you see this? This is. So I come out, I kick it wide. He's holding the number plate.
he's like,
Look
"Oh,
at his
shit."
face, and I clip his bumper. Now, to be fair, I didn't know it clipped his bumper. So I'm driving away here the very best. It's been a while since I've done anything, so whilst not fluid and not particularly tidy, I was quite happy with how I was going on. I was like, things are alright. Got the tasty notification there too, like, so.
This is why you don't let me go nothing for the first time in years.
Yeah, I did offer him money. Yeah, did if he wanted it, but he wasn't taking it because apparently it's getting anyway. See these two here, right? These two brothers. They were very, very early in. I don't know anything about them. I never knew who they were. They got some time and track at the very, very start of the day when it was quiet. And I didn't know they were brothers at the start either until I kept noticing them driving together. And then as time went on, I was like, they actually look kind of similar.
Strom DSO5s look very well actually too.
That Alteza sounded so well. But to be fair, even wait, look on. There's Craig Brown, right? Craig Brown, I'm just going to come out and apologise about this now. I don't take enough videos of Craig Brown. There's Michael McStravic as well. I don't get
Very
enough
tidy
videos of
driving from the fellas.
Craig Brown, such a clean, fluid pilot. And I just never got enough videos of him because he just performs and he's just tidy. And to be fair, like, he is just seriously good, like. And then there we've got a bit more of Nathan in there as well. And it's funny when you see different people who you know, and them pair probably don't know each other, but we like know the both of them. Maybe I'm just chatting shite, but it's quite cool. Oh, there's the Tasty and Gobshape boys again.
I feel like
There's a bit more. So this is what I mean, like the start of the day, whenever we weren't getting as much content, like the Norton brothers got so much track time just at the start of the day.
the cone there that he was actually going round just before that there was actually very tight and seemed to be nearly, sort of an obstacle where you could have hit your bumper very, very handy.
Well, believe that, alright.
I'm near shit. Oh, that's right. You asked me to jump on top of them. So I was just like, no, definitely not.
Funny. Only I had too much trust in some
That
of the boys.
BM like to pop him by.
Yeah, I don't know what sort of death map he had in that thing, but that was insane.
Yeah, that's some very tidy pilot.
Yeah, like them three all day were just on it. I mean, you've got Paul McKenna, Ryan O'Toole and Gary McInerney. So you have it from your angle.
The last time I seen obstacle like that with 3 cones was probably back in the activities.
Oh, Jesus.
Would have been Coops doing it, yeah.
We're going back a long time. There's the same footage again, but from my angle. So you can see you standing at the top of the track. But like, this is the whole thing about Granard, and this is why we wanted Granard. Like, look at the space they have.
They're fit to do the
They're
3-car
fit
trains.
to do the 3-car
problem at all.
train, like no bother at all. And then, see at this point, right? That car's literally smoking.
I'm standing going, this is not good. This is not good.
Literally, like, I was standing looking at him, I had the can, I was like, boy, I am glad I have the phone here. At the same time, I was like,
Why are you
what?
still going?
what's going on? And then the next thing, this is why I put the camera down. I'm holding the phone with my left hand, and in my right hand, I'm flapping my arm like a fucking madman, going, "You're on fire!"
And he drives past me, and I'm like, "Fuck."
But he kept her lit.
Fuck.
He kept her lit, but the video was that bad. I couldn't add it to this video. Yeah, that thing there sounded absolutely insane. And then I've actually done a wee bit of editing magic with this because me and you were both standing on each cone.
Yeah, which was a very good take, and then.
So just the Empire, it's like...
I think at a point, Gary came close to me.
I think it's
and
this
was
next
like,
clip. Yeah, here. And you just hear you go,
"Oh fuck."
"Oh fuck," or "Holy fuck."
Because at the end of the day, like, because obviously you're down at Granard, you don't know a lot of the drivers. So it's not to say anybody would be a bad pilot, but it's more the point of when you aren't sure of the name.
Paul and Gary both failed the arm check.
Well, where you're standing would take a brave length of an arm.
I know, he could have done with an arm on top of his arm. But like, look, I see even that lens on your camera. Like, it just looks class when they're drifting away. Jason Henry, right? That's another fella. He's a Donegal man. Never been to a King of the Cone event or anything like that in his life. And yeah, you see him. Like, he's literally just around the corner from Letterkenny.
Maybe because it's further. Oh, there's the rod now. There's the rod, and also I don't want to get wet.
You can hear me say in the video, "There's the true hero of the day." Or another one of Craig Brown.
Seriously, tidy baby.
Oh, just so precise, so technical.
Goes calmly about his business.
Yeah, absolutely. Just so fluid.
And also sort of Euro spec wheels with the Futuras on as well.
Yeah. There's nobody else running the likes of Futuras or well. I think they're dare
Regardless, they look
but
well in the car.
It's completely against the grain. Oh, here we have
The two
Imogen and
ladies.
Caitlin, the two ladies.
Imogen and Caitlin. To be fair, you were saying Caitlin was doing the majority of that with her
Yeah, if you actually see how she steered, and now if you look on the videos and wrestle in the car, she fitted a power steering pump to her car literally before the top 16.
So I'm going.
There's Colin Finney as well.
NK RPF ones look well on any car.
Yes. Because this
That
man in the
would please Gemma.
Mercedes, like, this man in the Mercedes was out trying to get her to go, and she just wouldn't go. I didn't even waste any time really in videos because it
Shouldn't
just
show that
wouldn't
to
go.
Gemma, for she probably try and do it in the A-class.
This is the only thing I would say about Granard. There was a lot of Lexuses, and it was very, very hard to get videos of them all. Because, well, you know, you just, when you don't know a lot of the people, you want to make sure the content's good.
See that vantage point actually look home just before is a
such
class
good
base
spot.
for a video.
Just such a good spot. Yeah, so if you actually see them in a, like, driving Caitlin's doing, like, she was doing that with no power steering. But anyway, back to Colin Finney. This is one of them moments where I'm saying, like, oh, if you're an
Himself and
Alexis,
Imogen doing a real well
yes,
job of doing
it's
this.
hard to get noticed. It took me later on in the day to realise, I was like, hold on, this man's actually a serious operator. Oh,
And there's
me.
Ron Forrester on. That's a nice looking car.
The reason why he had
I don't love V2 bumpers, but I had to say even to him at the time, that splitter and that V2 bumper with the wheels and all, just, it hit the spot.
Conor Montgomery coming in there as well, but Hayden Maher's car was one of them cars. He just came in and it just caught your eye. Well, there's Jack Bogle.
DSO5's just working Lexus.
Yeah, the DSO5s do work.
But as
on
you were
Lexus.
saying earlier, a point is you could nearly tell the cars that were in 55mm springs versus coilovers with the bulkiness.
Yes, you can see them just moving about a lot more compared.
Now, with the pits, it would have been too low car friendly, honestly.
No, it wouldn't have been.
Now, that's nice driving.
Just two just real good drivers. I don't even know if them pair have ever driven together before. But seeing our EC boys that are all just genuinely good drivers, the amount of trust they have with each other just to be able to, like, sit in each other's doors, and you just know that they're going to be, it's not going to be a problem. Just that thing was fucking decked as well. And just whenever I seen it coming in, I was like, holy shit, that is class. I think, yeah, the reason I have the camera pointed at the ground here is because at this point Domo Norton's Altezza is now surging. Or it's not surging, it's just breathing oil out. And I was like literally pointing at it so the camera was down. See this white Altezza? Again, this was one of the cars that
Could have been you.
well, that too, dick. But this way Altezza, he was very, very close to getting a number. So now obviously everybody knows that we were in charge of picking the top
It
16.
must be a problem for opening them.
My Altezza done that too. So I remember getting pulled one night in Ballymena, and I was like, what's up with the policeman? The policeman's like, oh, your boot's open. I was like, Jesus Christ.
You think with the Lexus S200 surely it would open too, but obviously...
Don't know, maybe it's just white Altezas. Your man, he was very tidy, and he was so close to getting a number, so fella in the white Alteza, if you're watching this, I'm sorry. Here's a group of Awena drivers as well, just absolute headers out as well. Again, you've got...
And Ryan O'Toole sorts the car out by putting an oil jar.
Yes! Aye, there's a video of me later just coming up on the camera.
And he just looked at me and said, "It's working, shut up."
Paul as well. Paul, like there are Ryan and Colin again. Like them pair were just on each other's door all day long. As I said, obviously Ryan, like we knew of him anyway. You knew he was an absolute header.
There's such a fine line there between being an absolute idiot and just looking deadly. You know.
Sometimes that line was blurred with them boys.
We'll not talk about that.
But like, as I say, like the whole day you're kind of being like, oh, I know, like there's Ryan, and I just realised, well, how long Column's doing like all the driving in front as well. This is the thing, when you have a common car, it's hard to stand out. Whereas if Column had been in an Alteza, it'd have been a different story. There's another bit of, and I never got the proper part of the video, but just the way, see the way Paul McKenna just entered in between the middle of them. He came in from the three cones and just slid in between, and see, I thought I had it in camera, but I didn't, and I was raging. But just the way he came in and caught like that, it was just, oh, back hello to the camera there. The way he came in and caught that was just so good.
We never realised at the time, but Don Cummins then came in with a twin cam.
I had him down for a number, and then
I thought possibly she was running off or something, but you said...
I think she was doing the course in second gear. Now Dylan can maybe confirm that for us, but this is another thing what I said about Lexus and being hard to stand out. Michael Hand as well, because I spent that much time watching the twin cam, it took me to the end of that run for me to go, hold on, that boy in the green Lexus was steering seriously well. And that's Michael Hand, like, but because the twin cam was obviously out and you're spending so much time watching it, I never really worried so much about the green Lexus, but I kept watching him throughout the day and I was like, no, he can steer.
Plus, not to taking it away from the Lexus drivers, but whenever something else different came in,
yes,
like,
absolutely,
you were definitely going to video it.
This thing here was cool, this Lexus here.
That looks like an Evo spoiler.
I think it was actually. Just, it's absolute jab spec. The colour in this was cool as well. But like, yeah, the purple and like the big white kit and all, even the wheels, not Evo. Spoiler, you're fucking me around here, Conor. On that Lexus, just the only thing I would say is if he was able to slide on wider wheels, he'd have just got so many style points. There's Conor Montgomery in again.
There's the shopping trolley.
Yeah, there's someone out with a shopping trolley. I don't know how I feel about that. See, if it was that the purple Lexus from before, I actually think I would have been, and I had like a shopping list, that would have worked.
It's quite a nice colour in that other Lexus, the orangey sort of.
Aztec orange or Aztec red or something it's called. And we've got a burnout.
Arbitrary burnout.
Come on, does it try and go for second here? I don't know, we'll just pretend. Oh, there's Dion again. To be fair, see them in a track team, like them boys got like Dion and Nathan just from being up so early. Like you seen it. Oh, and Gareth Harn has joined the picture. You see it with them pair. Like,
to be honest with you, Dion as well gave Gareth a very good handout.
Yes, Gareth was the absolute fastest man on the track,
and
Gareth
helped him out by getting him dehydrated at times.
Correct. Well, Gareth was flying. There's Hayden Maher as well again. But Gareth was flying. He was just spent most of the day on the limiter, like. But Dion gave, as we talked about in the podcast, Dion gave him a big pull out whenever he said, "Oh,
with the fuse."
It's your EFA fuse, because we had to push Gareth's car off the track twice.
Oh.
Yeah, I think you missed all that.
Your man's nearly going to follow you again.
Yeah, funny I seen that.
And the obligatory burnout.
Yes,
relief.
Big burnout. Hey, race spoiler in that yacht as well, isn't it? It's funny, like there's so many Lexus, but they all look so different. Like there's just so many different looking. For cars that all look the same, they just look so different. Evo 8 wheels.
That would mean they don't look the same.
Absolutely class as well, might I add. So yeah, Domo started running with.
I think it was just starting to heat a wee bit.
You think that, but well, we'll get back to that in a bit. But yeah,
WE90.
Yeah. She didn't really want to go. Same as that Merc. Like the hope was there, but this was a real clean twin cam. And then there's just Gareth as well. This thing was seriously clean. Just one of those cars you just wanted to go and get. Like, just wanted to focus on it for a bit because I was like, this is deadly.
Because not often you see them without the Revolution.
No, it's quite original looking.
Jeez, Garth.
See what I mean? But
doing
like,
fast lap record.
yeah, that's what I mean. Like going for the lap record here, like. But like,
here still,
nobody else was doing the big wide runs. Quite a few videos of them actually, to be fair.
But here when
Not trying to show favouritism, but when it's someone you know, you probably do tend to focus the camera on them a bit, like. But again, failed the handout challenge. Couldn't get close enough.
And you thought you would be ruining people's runs?
Well, Michal McStravick was the only one that was able to get the hand.
You can't really ruin their runs whenever you're judging them as well.
Exactly. Which is different than King of the Cone. Because King of the Cone out would have just been in the way. Here it's like, no, I am now part of your run.
Do as I say.
It's like, you want to be in here.
As I do.
I actually think at this point here, no, never mind, later on. Gareth comes in here. Yeah, his car dies out here. That's why it doesn't like move. So this was an interesting one here with Michael Naughton.
Before you say, I seen this car come in and I was just sort of a wee bit raging that I had to leave at this sort of before this point. But continue.
Michael was in, right, he was going real well, okay?
And that car is class.
Really cool.
No,
and as I put my head down to type his name into my phone for a number, I looked up and his bumper was hanging off. And I was like, right, okay, that can
Not
happen.
a cheap bumper.
No. I was like, not ideal, but that can happen. Look at Ryan O'Toole, for example. But then he had to go and do like a few laps of the course to like cool down, and where he wasn't sliding. And I was kind of like, as much as I want to give this man a number because the car's different, you need to be somewhat fair.
Hey, Don MX5 was going well.
Don MX5 was going seriously well. He was very tight competition for a number. And to be fair, on different points alone, it probably would have been good to have had him in the top 16.
Yes.
But he missed out and no more is all I'm gonna say. So like, if he just kept at it and comes to a wee more events, like I would say like that man will be going in well in no time. Like,
it was a nice change to see one.
Absolutely, and nice to see one driven right.
True, yes.
That purple Alteza, I know maybe that bit of the video there doesn't do him justice, but he was another one who I was very much on the verge of giving a number to. He was going very, very well as well. But to be fair, sort of half known Hayden at this point, there was a bit of focus on him.
Another obligatory burnout.
Yes. God, I love burnouts. I love burnouts. Well, you may as well. I have to say, that wee MX5 took the abuse like a champ.
Wonder was she a Jap or was she a UK?
No, I think she's a UK car. Like even there,
Mark
it comes in.
Well. There's not many Mark 2s about.
No, it comes in real nice and tight round them cones, like.
Because normally they're like autocross cars that a lot of people use.
Yeah, a lot of boys using for lanes rally and stuff too. I've seen this car about a few times. I've seen it at Donegal as well this year. Did you see the flames of the screamer pipe, like?
It looks like sort of a Regal style of car.
It's a Regal. It's a turbo kitted Lexus.
Bluestone blue?
Yes, of course it's a Regal car. I think it is genuinely a Regal Competitions car, but fair play to it being driven. This was cool as well, this JZX81.
I was about to say that.
I was actually standing talking to Barry at the time, and then I said to Barry, I was like, hold on, I need to escape. I need to go and take a video of this here JZX. And I was kind of raging that I didn't get a chance to be on the track beside it, because it did sound well. But it's just one of them things, unfortunately. Wish you could have V8 in it. But I didn't really see much of it for the rest of the day. Now I could be blind, and forgive me for saying this, but when there's that many of them, you kind of maybe don't see them after a while. But it was cool. It was nice to see something different. Big up to the points for the sunstrip there. So David Hearn has our sunstrip on the car. I think, is Andrew wearing our hoodie or a Drift Games hoodie?
Not sure, but hey, the sunstrip looks well.
Great looking sunstrip. So obviously had to give him a bit of airtime, like.
That is, it works.
Yeah, it works.
It works.
That was taken just before we all went in for the top 16, but I had to do, so this actually have to do a wee bit of time traveling here. I had to take this video on Becca's phone because my phone died. Dylan Cummins actually did come back in the chaser, but he had come back after the top 16 event had finished.
Oh, right, okay.
Well, we had already picked the numbers as he was like lining up. And again, it's one of them things where I don't want to turn around and say, like, oh yeah, Dylan, you've got a number, and everyone go, she never even fucking ran. You know, again, had Dylan even go, had I known it was Dylan, I could have at least have argued he came in the twin cam and he had a number from driving the twin cam. So he was going to...
That car's big brake, like, isn't
yeah,
it?
it's like 597 horsepower or something like that. But yeah, so just a bit gutted that he wasn't there earlier, because it would have been nice to have had him on the competition, like, because...
So now we'll have, you'll probably hear just silence and just to mark respect for Archie.
Yeah, that's what we did, so...
Yeah. Up and away.
I said, so they said, Michael, what way do you want to bring this out? And I said, let's do King of the Cone 2023 style, where every driver comes out and does like a showpiece. I'm just going to hold my hands up and say I think it's a better...
Each to their own.
Each to their own. I said it to Seamus in the podcast that there's no bones. I think just no bones about it. I just think it's a better way of celebrating the drivers who've got in, but I can see the whole idea of a parade lap too. And there's me pointing saying, yep, you're done. Go over to the corner. I have to say everyone was very well behaved.
Happy days, like
Happy days.
I suppose that is half of it.
So that was Conor Montgomery in first, now it's Caitlin O'Loughlin. Because after she got the first ear pump with it. So, very well known car this, obviously. The Tank Lexus sort of tends to be at a lot of the events in around the Donegal area. So she came down the country for this one, fair play.
Yeah. There was quite a lot of ones actually come down the country.
There was a good one actually come down the country.
Colin
Feeney then, so again, one of the headers from earlier. Just
P1 bumpers just do something so well.
Yeah. It was a nice car with I think they're JRs, but still a lovely looking car, like. See the way I put all the numbers on the driver's side as opposed to passenger.
And there is Mr.
There's the absolute weapon himself. Not to mention a set of cracked LED taillights, which are worth...
I'd like to see him and Danny Toland having a wee match to see who's the bigger header.
It's been discussed.
Oh.
Yeah, since this happened, there's been a group chat set up of me, him and Danny Toland. So there's...
Watch this space, there's Gary McNair coming on.
Yes.
He was only BM in the top 16.
Yeah. As I said, there was a couple of diesel BMs there as well, but I didn't get a chance to video them because I was trying to keep the battery good on my phone. And again, I was paying a close eye to some of them as well. But
oh, you said that's an engine swap?
Yes, well, his name's Gary M54 on TikTok. And that's a 320, but I'm sure the 320 was 4-cylinder.
And there's Paul coming in there now.
Yes.
Paul was down extremely early, to be fair.
Well, Paul had been chatting to me before the event anyway, saying what do you think and what do you think it's going to be like, and I was like, well, there's a lot of space. I was like, so land down early and see what the crack is, and I was like, no, I think it will.
There's Dion out with me.
Yep.
And there's Imogen now.
Yes.
So it was nice to see the girls also get their top 16.
Aye, well, it's always, you can't always want to try and represent everybody, like. And she just goes around me, that's me pointing, you can see my hand over the camera, just sort of telling her to come down, like, come on.
And then you're like,
and I'm like, right, that's you, away you go.
There's Jack Bobo.
That's a 300. I get this wrong in the King of the Cone video. I had it down as a 200, and then I was told Jack Bobo's got a 300, by the way, and I was like, and I'm even more jealous.
Yeah, because you need to make your 300 do this stuff.
Yeah. Anyway, enough about me.
Enough likes. Enough subscribes. We'll do it.
Serious teddy wee pilot again. Same as like Craig Brown.
That's fancy.
All of them drivers just very solid.
Domo Norton
and Alteza. So again, like as I said at the start of the day, I knew nothing about these boys.
Serious,
yeah. I knew nothing about these boys, but see, like as the day went on, you're looking at them, you're like, I know they're seriously good pilots. Like
I swear, all the drivers get numbers as well, like King of the Cone.
Yes, but I put them on the driver's side. So there's Michael Hand, and again, this is who I'd referred to earlier on today as well. It's like sort of nearly could have missed them, but glad I didn't, because the man's seriously talented. And then you look at, always a good way of looking in, as though in my case, like, I mean, I have a hydro in my car, but a good way of looking in, so I'm an exception to the rule, but a good way of looking in and knowing if someone's very serious is if they have a hydro.
Christy Norton.
Although not always. Take Dan White doesn't have a hydro, for example. So yes, that's Domo's brother as well. He had the Evo 8 wheels on. Again, very, very deserving lad to be in all the same. He had the young cub on with him as well. I'm sure the young cub was probably buzzing. His dad was definitely the
regardless, it's some nerves like to be going in there with the crowd and all that.
Right, but I think a lot of these boys don't have nerves. Like, I was thinking about this, like, you know, you see them coming in, and I think a lot of these boys, when they're driving, they're like, no, do you know what, like, I deserve to be here.
There's Michael McStravick now, yeah.
Mihal, to be fair, I guessed I was a judge, and he was chatting to me. I'm not going to say I took a punt on Mihal, because his driving was very, very good all day. But I'd said, like, look, since you know I'm judging, like, I want you to be able to do this, this, and this. And to be fair, he did them. So, whenever you ask someone to do stuff, and they do it, you can't really begrudge that.
Gareth Aaron doing...
He's just a weapon.
Very fast.
Yeah.
Very fast.
Very, very fast. Not reckless. No, just fast. He's a Sarah man too.
Oh, right,
yeah.
He's 20 years away.
No, that's the brother. Oh, that's the brother, Andrew. But yeah, no, I was glad to see him down supporting as well. Aidan Maher, our favourite car of the day, probably. Let's be honest.
I would say, for looks wise, anyway, I'm not a V2 man, but I love that splitter. That splitter makes that bumper, in my opinion.
He must be in like HSDs or BCs or something.
For how low the car
sits. And it's not boaty. It's not like a set of max speed and rods.
And it actually looks well for each other. And the man himself, Craig Brown,
yeah. Oh, when he says, but so yeah, she dies on him. So I remember recording this at the time, and I was standing going, oh fuck, like, what's happened here? Like, is the car bad? And Dion goes, I think he might have accidentally clicked it into snow mode. So I'm going to need Craig to confirm what actually happened there.
Dion modelling my
your Havis.
My Havis, yes.
Aye, you were replaced with a younger model,
with more hair.
And finally, number 16, Jason Henry. You can hear me going, oh, I don't know where I intentionally spun there.
So all the numbers just get about in any order?
Yeah, aye. So I literally, me and Barry literally just walked through the crowd, and whoever was happened to be there, who was on my list, I just give him a number.
So Michael against Christy?
Yes. So Mihal, I will say, Mihal was the fastest lad round the cones. See when he was actually round the cones.
Very tight there as well.
Very, very tight. And I mean, you can't really take away from Christy for seriously good driver. But I have to say, Mihal just comes in that wee bit tighter. Christy had a bit more angle and a bit more flair coming in there, but doesn't necessarily always get you around the cone the fastest. You're probably going to hear us say this on repeat over the next few minutes, but Mihal got to the line first in this case, and as per, not really the rules, but kind of the unwritten rules, you need to do a sort of celebration run. So, as I say, I'm sure
the early burleys before you go out.
I'm sure the young club there was still happy to just be a part of it all. I actually don't think he needed to remove his engine cover. I think he just did it because his brother was doing it. Or not his engine cover, his bonnet. There's a bit of a difference there, Michael. But yeah, no, so
same tell this is live.
Yeah. So again, here's Imogen
against Michael.
Do you know what? Whenever I was actually going through this, I nearly couldn't tell whether Michael's car was green or grey, because just from the way the bow and the sky and all,
yes.
I was looking at it, I was like, who is that again? Who is that? And then I just seen the back bumper finally, I went, green, Michael Hahn. Okay. So Michael definitely got the jump on this one, to be fair. Hey, isn't it mad that TTEs were like £150 wheel like 4 years ago? And then all of a sudden they become £800 overnight. Same as the diffs. Anyway, Imogen's doing her wee celebration lap here now too. So there's a Vertex kit in that car with a V2 front bumper, which shouldn't work, but it does. Or is that BN kit? I think it's Vertex. Okay, I was late getting to the start line for this one, so we've got Dom and the Altezza
You did not understand the assignment.
versus Jack in the AS300. So I would personally was looking forward to this battle when it was called out, because I was like, right, 300 versus Altezza, both the same power, although the 300 would have the torque, the Altezza has the revs. Although I think really a lot of it just depends on how wide you come out of the first cone, and in this case Domo just came in that wee bit tighter. So
Seriously tight, to be fair.
yeah. So that was Jack, fortunately out of the running. I must actually get a proper chat to him, see what he's done to that thing, or what way it's like. What way has
You
he?
most definitely do.
Yeah, like even like what all did he have to buy for it? Did he buy like the PT Electrics kit and all that there? So Jack does his celebration run. He was, as you can see, he's a number on both sides. He's a King of the Comb number and he has a King of the Rings number. So will hopefully not be the last we see of him anyway.
Gareth against Craig.
Yeah, this could have went either way. You got the fastest man on track versus probably the smoothest man on track. So Gareth, definitely a very, very fast pilot. But Craig's just so fluid. And as you can see here, Gareth actually was coming out the fastest. But yeah, he hits the cone. He hits the cone. And that therefore hands the victory to Craig. Not to say Craig's not well deserving it. Like, I mean, that could have went either way. And
here, it's one thing.
It's just one of them things that happens. Craig didn't hit the cone. Gareth did. And that's just how it is. So anyway, that's at least his car didn't turn off or short out, or had need pushed off the track in the middle of the top 16, because that would have been rather embarrassing.
Ryan against Jason.
Yeah, so Jason was also a very, very fast man, but
Very tight there for us.
yeah, too tight. He hits the cone.
Oh, fuck.
Jason hit the cone, unfortunately. So, like, Jason was like, I just wanted to get in tight. And it was like, yeah, maybe a little bit too tight, lad. But again, I think I actually seen a thing of him at Archie's Memorial Day, which has obviously been since we're recording this. I never got down to that, obviously, with the things, the Clash Wells, E-Fest and all the bookings I have with it, but I believe Jason was at it, because there was a Jason Henry won driver of the day, so I'm going to assume it was him, and I wouldn't be surprised, because he's a very,
he's going very well,
very good pilot, and I really do hope that he comes up now to King of the Cone or any of these other events now in the future, because he's a worthy contender, and obviously he's got his name out there with some of the other lads, as you see, like, you know, Ryan and Paul and Gary and Caitlin and all the ones on that side in front of him, you know, there, just to name them off.
Conor and Colin.
Colin fucked it up here. Colin put the car in reverse, so he was in the back foot. So it was everything was against him. And to be fair, Conor Montgomery took off here, very, very tidy driving, was very, very quick around the cones. So away he went. Maybe come out a wee bit wide there, just got a bit too
And hit
happy and dove the cone.
Just goes to show it doesn't matter how quick you are, you still need to be precise.
Yeah, it's a shame, because Conor was driving very, very well and drove very, very well all day, although I don't have many videos of him.
But it's funny, just in the situation at the time, you never know what can happen.
I had him down as a number, and when I was walking through the crowd, happened to see him. I was like, no, do you know what? Like, I reckon, because I go off like the number plates. We have to go off the number plates near.
If you're not sure.
Yeah, and I wouldn't have known him from Adam, but seeing him, I was like, oh no, I want to give this lad a number.
Gary against Hayden.
Again, a very, very tight battle. Could have.
It's funny, there's literally nothing in it there.
Not on the first cone, anyway. In fact, you would nearly think there, but looking at Hayden, maybe it's the jump, but then Hayden brings her out a wee bit too wide there. Gary just comes in with a lot more speed into that second cone. And very, very.
You said that there was much difference in either side of the track?
I think Hayden's side of the track is the slower side for getting off the line, but I think other than that, there's next to no difference.
Next to no difference in it.
Like, look at that. Like, that's tight.
It's very tight, yes.
Hayden might actually have won that had he not come off so wide off the cone, but
It was funny in the whenever they were going, hours so tight.
I'd say he didn't do much of a celebration there.
There's Caitlin and Paul.
You talk about a baptism of fire, like. Not to say that Caitlin's obviously well versed in these events as is Paul, but
Top woman or top man.
yeah, like Caitlin, have to say, like, look at that, like there's
nothing on there.
not much of a difference there, like, and Caitlin come on there a lot more. I have to say, Caitlin's entry with us here was a lot more fluid compared to, dare I say it, her King of the Cone. See, when she come on the top cone there, I felt at King of the Cone there was a bit of a stall with her. See, coming on the top cone there this time, she just came in and just hammered her on, which is exactly what you want to see. Now, to be fair, at this stage, Paul did get the jump and got on ahead, but fair play. Like, you can't exactly say wipe the floor of her, like.
No, definitely not.
So, as usual,
Caitlin doing a obligatory
celebration lap. You can't really call it a victory lap because
no, you've been calling it a victory lap here, and nobody's.
Yeah, and yet the victory lap is normally when you lose, so let's call it an ironic victory lap.
The last dance.
The last dance. There we go. The last dance. Final meal. Too far. Okay.
And we've got Michael again.
So this is actually
Michael again.
This is us in now to the top 8. So this is the first run of the top 8. So this is where things get very, very interesting. So watch this, because Michal actually fucks up. So he was in front, right? Does another loop round the cone. Michael Hand comes in, and it's like, okay, obviously has the win, but as we say, Michal McStravick has been the fastest man around the cones.
Does he catch him?
Yes, wait, he says. So he catches him, right? And by the time they come out to go to the final straight, Michael goes wide there, Michal stays tight. Michael manages. Michal just drives straight.
Yes.
So Michael Hand loses the speed. It was his to lose. He loses the speed because he manages up that, and Michal McStravick just shoots out and goes up. So I stood at the course with Becca's phone this time, and this is the top end this time, and filmed it from there just because I wanted to see if it was going to be an hour photo finish. But no, as you can see, like how fast Michal McStravick is around them cones, like he's definitely this time round he is quicker than Michael Hand. So he comes out again, no showboatiness, he just straight out.
He nearly like stalls it. And
you nearly think he does, obviously he's kind of picked up that that's the fastest way to get to the top, and he's done that last time and has went, okay, well if that's what works, then that's what I need to be doing
to get advanced. Yeah.
So, and like again, celebration lap by Michael Hand, again a great driver, and again someone else I didn't know from, well I say I didn't know from Adam, but I actually seen him come up on Facebook a few times, but I wouldn't know him personally, like, but here, fair impressive. Not that I can say much, like
when you see the actual yard fairly clear, that is some size.
Some spot, honestly. It really, I hope this video seriously does it justice.
Riding and Colin.
Yeah. So these boys were literally together all day, and it's kind of one of them battles. The only thing that would have made this better is had it been the final. Oh, you know, the only thing that would have made this better is it had this, because obviously two mates that have been running close together all day. However, Ryan is much faster than Colin on the track in this instance. And you know, Ryan's rightly round probably beats him by half a cone, I would say, maybe a bit more. And I don't know what happened to Colin this time, because he didn't plumb her into reverse that time. But yeah, like Ryan's away up to the top, and Colin finishes in second this time. But what we see now
is like sheer ignorance,
sheer fucking madness. Like, this is what I mean, is the only thing that would have made this better is had it been the final, because you'd have swore these two were in the fucking final with the way they carried on here. So I thought nothing of it. Colin's away doing this celebration lap, and I was like, right, okay. The next thing I'm like, okay, Ryan O'Toole hasn't stopped driving. And then I looked at Ryan O'Toole's wheel, and I was like, Ryan O'Toole could do with stopping driving. and then him and Colm sort of stop, and then they kind of laugh at each other. They just keep going. Colm Feeney is on the alloy.
That is...
And he just keeps her at it, right? These boys have battered their cars back and blue. Look,
That is ignorance now.
Ryan's literally tearing the rubber off his tyres. They
Oh,
go to
and they
slide
do a
round,
wee love
Colin
tap.
slides out and they do a love tap, right? I was like, okay.
And if that wasn't enough...
And then they do this. And I was like, well, fuck.
Well, the fuck's to give one out the window.
If there was ever a reason to come to this event, it's this right here. Like,
That is showmanship.
that's
there.
just, you know, I know people can turn around and go, oh, but sure, look at that. Like, pure recklessness. There's no,
That's two the mates having fun.
yes, and there's no lie that doesn't draw a crowd. That would have been, at that point, the whole crowd had been going, Jesus Christ, they're fucking idiots.
Like them
That's
lads
class.
are putting their cars in the line for
Can I
the
just
crack.
say I've seen some rash things in my time during the top 16, but a tyre change is... Hey! That's a new one.
It's seen more colours than dipties.
Fair play, Ryan.
He
fair
got
play.
lucky because there was a generator failure. But anyway,
Domo again, Craig.
Again, Domo had his work cut out for him here.
Very tight there, indeed.
Yes, indeed. Like, and he was
And if
faster.
you look at the way the track near, it nearly looks, from the way I'm viewing it, that Craig's side, if he goes out a wee bit wider, is a bit wetter.
Yes, having Domo there was he just went out too wide coming into that cone, and Craig was just ever so much faster. And then, as I say, Craig just does not put a foot wrong. Domo slides out wide here, and Craig just, again, no mistakes, fires it up. But to be fair, Domo's Alteza had to be one of my favourite cars of the day, because people say Altezas are soft, right? Now, my Alteza personally, like, did you know I owned an Alteza? They get good hardship, but I didn't get the fucking hardship that thing got. And everyone goes, oh, Beams engine, wild soft engine.
Feed them oil and go for days.
Hardship that Domo's car got, it probably done the most runs out of everyone that day. That car probably seen the most track time out of everyone.
Some go.
And it never quit. Him and his brother Christy and the AS200 will expect the AS200.
Look at that air filter cry for help.
We expect that obviously AS200s to last the day. I mean, Jesus Christ, did the missiles or meteors or whatever asteroids come?
Like if Ryan O'Toole could go on fire and still stay going.
Exactly. There'll be armadillos and fucking AS200s. One GFE's just surviving the next meteor strike. Like,
It'd be Armageddon.
but yeah, like that car just got so much hardship. And then after this, it's not on the camera. Like he just proceeds to sit and keybang it for like another 30 seconds
Are you
after.
keep banging Alteza?
I couldn't keybang mine, and I can't
Gary
keybang
against
mine.
Paul.
Also,
This should be
can't-
interesting.
It is very interesting. Also, on a side note, can't keybang my 300 either for whatever reason. Anyway, back to the actual commentating. It was this one here, right? Like I could have went either way, and Paul lost out in the first bit, but he gained in the second bit. So Gary was much faster around the first cone, but Paul was much faster around the second cone.
Interesting.
And literally see by the time they got to the end, especially Gary here, right, goes out wide. Paul, he keeps her lit, but with wheel spin, Gary flies her out, and the two of them go across the line at the exact same time.
It's nearly as if Gary hit VTEC.
Yes. Now Paul is adamant that he beat him, but it was so tight. What happened here was then in the one more time, Paul went up to the cone and spun out. As you can just see, like first run up. And Gary, obviously at this point, didn't know until he gets to here, and he sees that Paul's away, just looping about, and he's went, alright, okay, fair enough. Complete shame, given the calibre of what we have here with Paul, but it's one of them things. It's the difference between winning the day and not winning the day. Is did he get around the cone? No. So
Well, he's there next in the tour.
I think that's where Ryan O'Toole might have love tapped him earlier. Paul also just looks like your stereotypical differ, doesn't he? Well, not the last to see him either. Anyway,
Mihal again, Craig, I've finally said his name.
again,
Nothing
Mihal,
in it.
very, very. Mihal's in front here. But again, this is what we've seen with Craig Brown all day. Mihal comes out and he's a bit of too much angle on there. Craig just comes out so much more fluid. When Michal's going round there, he panned back to Craig. Like, again, Craig just does not put a foot wrong. Like, he's just so...
Goes about his business silently.
Yes. As I say, that's why I don't have enough videos of him, because he's just so smooth. There isn't that level of madness that you would see, but again, well deserved. So, obviously had to get a celebration lap with Michal as well. So, if you remember the Donegal video, there's one point in the middle of the video, Michal starts doing a burnout. Now Ryan O'Toole happens to be in that video as well. So we had said, I was like, look, if it comes down to it, you're going to have to do another burnout. And he was like, yeah, obviously, of course I will. So he starts doing this here, and I was like, right, fair enough. So I was wondering, was he going to pop the tyres? Did he have much left? But for it being so grippy, it wasn't hardened tyres.
Was it being so wet?
Yeah, at least even in the dry, it wasn't that hardened tyres.
Oh right. I suppose with all the dust of the tyres not being laid down, it probably wouldn't have been.
So he's just tapping away there the very best. And then this is where I come around. So you can't see it in camera. I thought you could, but going back, you can hear me telling him to go for second. That's where he looks at me, and I'm like, go second. So he's like, oh. But then you can't see it in the camera either. But so he goes for second, takes it like a champ.
In the dry too.
And you can see him looking out at me in the window, just going like, in pure disbelief. That's where I do 30. My hands are minging from moving a ring about. So I'm like, right, go for third. And he does try third, but third doesn't really work out well on Lexus. Though I did hear Ryan O'Toole Lexus take third once.
Oh.
Yeah. But you see this, right? So that's all well and good. He drives off, that's fine. He literally set fire to the fucking track.
I think I'm Stravic's tyres literally set the course.
You can hear me,
Go.
you can hear me commentate that again after. Like.
Ryan and Gary.
Gary had a very, very slow start there, to be fair. But Ryan was very, very fast. This was Ryan. I would say this is probably Ryan's fastest run. He very, very tight around the top cone there. Like, he's way ahead of Gary there. Gary just definitely a bit slower around the second cone as well. Ryan definitely a lot faster. Which is interesting because Ryan just doesn't stop limiter, so he's doing that whole thing probably in clutch. As you can see, Gary just goes out a bit wide. Ryan, he's straight away up to the top. It's nice to have something different in the top 16 as well.
Compared to...
And nice to have something in... Like, BMWs in general, you don't really see BMWs in the top 16.
I didn't see one E36 at it.
Again, it's one of the things where Ryan's like, I know you're doing a celebration lap, but I kind of want to join in. You can see Craig Brown has, like, in the background, it's just lined up. Mr. Cool, Calm and Collective just knows exactly what he's doing. He's just set out there to be like, right, I'm here.
Ryan against Craig, the grand finale.
So this is the final. And again, you've got the absolute header of the day versus your sleeping arm, Conor. The absolute header of the day versus just the smooth criminal. Like, just look at that. He just comes out. Just Ryan's dead. Like, Ryan just comes out a lot slower there.
Still casually on fire.
Yep. Probably still on fire if you were to look at it now, I would say. And like, Ryan isn't going slow around the cones, but Craig Brown just gets the business done. He just gets it done, like. So again, I guess you could call this one a victory lap. So I'd say at this point, again, I'm taking this in Becca's camera, like, because
one thing to note: if your Lexus ever gives a baller, just have an orange can at the ready.
Yeah. Have to say, see, like, it was one thing at Donegal where you were standing there, like, the boys were different around you and you kind of felt like an imposter, but because obviously we were tied into this event and we were judging it,
you didn't feel like one.
You didn't feel like an imposter. So when everybody was different around you didn't feel like you were getting away, you just felt like you were part of the crack, which is a real nice feeling to have, I must say. But you need to let the lads have a victory run too, like.
To be fair, Ryan be serious good chase driver with all this.
I'd love to see him in some. I'd love to see him on. To be fair, actually, fantasy battle would be Craig and Ryan in like equal high horsepower, like say Chasers or S15s or something.
Yeah, around the yellow.
Yeah, because Ryan is your man that will go for your door, but Craig is your man that will give you the ideal lead line.
Yeah.
So just putting it out there. Someone wants to sponsor them too, lad. If Kevin Quinn just give both of them his S15s, I think it'd be great to just make that work. I don't think that'll happen, but stranger things have. Kevin might just see Ryan's driving and go, "Aye, maybe." Tell you one thing, he wouldn't want to give his S15s to Ryan and Danny Dolan anyway. He'd get them back as cubes.
Oh, no, I wouldn't say that, but
No, I'd say they would.
Probably as bad as Danny told, but somewhere.
There's a Coleman in there.
So even he gets referred to as Danny Dolan here, like. So a runner-up of the event, Ryan O'Toole.
Burnout. Burnout.
Let's get up for 2024 King of Rings Jumpman. Let's get up one more time. Craig Brown.
congratulations, Craig Brown.
Not even a mark in the car. Everyone else has a scuff or a cap or something. All Craig has to do is watch that thing. She's absolutely dead on. Yeah, Ryan. So like,
Ryan has no business.
Craig definitely just he just is what he is. He's calm, collective, whatever. Ryan was like, I'm not finished here. Because then he turns to me and he was like, "Can you take one more video?"
Ah, yes.
And I was like, absolutely class. Now, to be fair, Danny Tolan did take second against the wall. I don't think Ryan did, unless that's him on second. But I don't think it is.
I think them two need to have a wee challenge.
It's coming, don't worry. And on that note, thank you very much for watching if you've made it this far. If you've made it this far, you've made it to the end, which is the best. So from me and Conor,
Thank you very much for watching, guys.
and see you in the next episode /podcast.
All the best.